Lesson 3-5, Solving Two-Step Equations. While solving two-step equations, we will follow 3 rules. Rule 1, simplify both sides of the equations. Okay, here we will use terms like combine like terms. Step 2, we need to get rid of any addition or subtraction to the side with the variable. And step 3, we need to then get rid of any multiplication or division to the side with the variable. In example number 1, 4x plus 3 equals 19. We don't have step 1. We do not need to simplify on both sides of the equation. There's nothing to simplify. Step 2, get rid of any addition or subtraction to the side with the variable. Since the inverse operation of addition is subtraction, we will need to subtract 3 from both sides of the equation in order to keep the equation equal, which will leave us with 4x equals 16. If you have 19 and 3, it leaves us with 16. Step 3, get rid of any multiplication or division on the side of the variable. Since right here we are multiplying, the inverse operation is to divide. We will divide by the coefficient, in this case 4, and we need to do that to both sides of the equation to keep it equal. 4 divided by 4 equals 1, and 1 times x is x. 16 divided by 4 is 4. To solve, we'll use the value of x in the original equation. 4 times 4 plus 3 equals 19. This is what we are trying to check. 4 times 4 equals 16 plus 3, does that equal 19? And 16 plus 3 equals 19. So our solution is correct. Example number 2. Again, we need to get rid of any addition or subtraction to the side of the variable. The inverse operation of subtraction is addition, so we'll need to add 7 to both sides of the equation. That'll leave us with 3t equal, if I have 14 and have 7, I have 21. Step 3, get rid of any multiplication or division to the side of the variable. Since I'm multiplying, I will divide by the coefficient of 3. I need to do that on both sides of the equation. 3 divided by 3 equals 1, and 1 times t equals t. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. I need to check my solution by using the value of t in the original equation. 3 times 7 minus 7 equals 14. I want to see if that's true. 3 times 7 is 21, minus 7 equals 14. 21 minus 7 is 14, and that does equal 14. So my solution works. Example number 3. Okay, step 2. Get rid of any addition or subtraction on the side of the variable. Since I'm adding a positive 6, I will need to subtract 6 from both sides of the equation. This will allow me to bring my 5y down. And if I have 26 and 6, that means I will have 20. Step 3, get rid of any multiplication or division to the side of the variable. Since I am multiplying, I will need to divide by the coefficient on both sides. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 1 times y is y. 20 divided by 5 is 4. I'll check my solution by putting in the original equation. 6 plus 5 times 4 equals 26. Order of operations says I need to do 5 times 4 first, which is 20, plus 6, does it equal 26? and 6 plus 20 is 26. So my solution works. Example number 4. Again, I need to start with step 2. Since I don't have anything to simplify on either side of the equation, I can start with step 2, which is get rid of any addition or subtraction to the side of the variable. Since I'm adding a positive 9, the inverse operation is to subtract 9 on both sides of the equation. I'll be able to bring negative 3c down. And if I have 3 but I owe 9, that means I'm going to owe 6. Step 3, get rid of any multiplication or division on the side of the variable. Since I am multiplying right here, we will need to divide by the coefficient. In this case, I have a negative integer as a coefficient, so I need to divide by negative 3 on both sides of the equation. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1, and 1 times c is c. I have a negative divided by a negative, so I know my answer is going to be a positive. 6 divided by 3 is 2. I'll check my solution by using the value of c in the original equation. Negative 3 times 2 plus 9 equals 3. Order of operations, I need to do my multiplication first. Negative 3 times 2 will give me a negative 6 plus 9 equals 3. If I owe 6 and have 9, I will have 3. And my solution works. Example number 5. Again, we need to start with step 2. Get rid of any addition or subtraction to the side of the variable. Since I'm adding a positive 32, I will need to subtract 32 on both sides of the equation to keep it equal. I'll be able to bring down my negative 4x. And if I don't have any, I have 0, and I owe 32, it means I'm going to owe 32. Step 3, get rid of the multiplication and division to the side of the variable. Since I am multiplying, I will need to divide by the coefficient. And the coefficient here is negative 4. Divide that on both sides. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is 1, and 1 times x is x. I have a negative divided by a negative, which is a positive. 32 divided by 4 is 8. I'll use the value of x for x in my original equation to check. Order of operations, I need to multiply first to get negative 32 plus 32. If I owe 32 and I have 32, I'll have 0, and my solution works. In example number 6, we need to write our own two-step equation and then solve. If Matthew had 64 hits during last year's baseball season, this was, we know that was is an is word. So 64 hits equals eight less than twice the number of hits Gregory had. How many hits did Gregory have during last year's baseball season? So I know I'm looking for the number of hits. We had some keywords while reading this sentence. I had a number 8, so I know I'm going to be using the 8. Less tells us that we are going to be subtracting. Then tells us we need to switch the order of how we see things. Twice the number can be represented with the expression 2n. So, since I need to use 2n, 8, subtraction, and I need to switch the order, I'll start with 2n. use subtraction, and there's 8. And I switched the order because of the word then. Now, step 2 says get rid of any addition or subtraction on the side of the variable. Since I am subtracting 8, I will need to add 8 to both sides of the variable. This will leave me with 2n equal to 72. Step 3, I need to look at get rid of multiplication and division to the side of the variable. This is multiplication, so I'll need to divide by the coefficient, which is 2 on both sides. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1 times n is n. And 72 divided by 2 is 36. And so we're looking for the number of hits. We say that it's 36.